Hey everyone, I just wanted to make a quick video on your feet, okay, and the importance of determining, first of all, determining whether or not you overpronate, oversupinate, or you have a neutral gait. Most of us tend to lean one way or another, literally, and some of us are leaning more towards the lateral side or the outside of our foot. Some of us are leaning more towards the inside of our foot, creating a flat foot appearance. Even if you're not naturally flat-footed, you could have a great arch, but you tend to lean towards the midline, okay? This is really important to kind of transform your body as far as it relates to pain and the way you're walking, especially if you're walking a lot or you're standing on your feet all day, or in the summertime, which is the reason why I'm making this video. The spring and the summertime, we tend to walk around a lot outside, and you want to make sure that you're walking around with supported shoes that fit your actual gait style, okay? Now, if you're not sure whether or not you tend to pronate in towards the midline or supinate out, you can get with one of us at the clinic, and one of us can do a quick gait analysis with you and at least basically tell you which one you tend to lean towards, okay? So if you've been having a ton of shin pain, knee pain, hip pain, low back pain, you definitely want to make sure you get a gait analysis done either at the studio, or you can watch some YouTube videos and find out which one you are. Or if you tend to run a lot, you want to make sure that you have supportive shoes. With that said, I wanted to show you guys something because I'm actually shopping for some shoes this summer, and I need new tennis shoes, and I tend to overpronate. I actually went over to Zappos and also Amazon, and I wanted to show you guys that like you don't have to get ugly shoes just because they're supportive nowadays doesn't mean that they have to be ugly. So I went over to uh, this website here, and I just typed in overpronation, and you can type in which type of shoes you're looking for, but if you just type in overpronation or oversupination, um, you will see a whole host of shoes here. So if I'm shopping for athletic shoes, those are actually the first few that come up. I have some great Asics and Brooks options. Nike has some really cool options. And all of these, when you're looking for them, just make sure that in the description they're saying something about overpronation. And then I kept looking, and I noticed that they also have you can actually categorize them by occasion. So let's say I'm at the office. You can actually click on that, and they don't have that many options for this, but still, even so, for the summertime, these shoes are not bad, and they're going to support me if I wanted to wear some sandals, okay? And you could keep going in that way and find, and because I'm overpronating, a little bit of a wedge heel is going to be really supportive for somebody like me. Now, if I wanted to type in over supination, people who supinate are looking for more of a neutral, whereas people who pronate are actually looking for a little bit of a heel. In both your sneakers and your high heel shoes, or your casual or dressier wear, you want to make sure that you're not completely flat if you pronate. Now, if you supinate, you want to make sure. You just type in here under, or let's do neutral sneakers. So you want to make sure you have a more neutral base for people who are supinating, okay? Because you want to just bring your foot slightly in, but not so much so that you're pronating. So sneakers like Converse, and some of the more common like New Balance, all of those shoes are going to be a little bit better. So if you notice here, this neutral base here, it's actually pretty neutral in the front. All of these type of shoes will be great for people who supinate. And of course, everybody's foot is different, so you want to take into account if you have bunions or if you have a wider foot. You want to take all of those things into account. My time's running up here, but just make sure this summer you are as comfortable as possible so that you can have an active lifestyle without pain.